Welcome to On the Chain. This is Jeff here with co-host Chip. What is going on, Chip? What's going on, everybody out there in the On the Chain world? I'll tell you what's going on. Groundbreaking news right here, right now. We're going to talk about it. Big win for the XRPL in the US. Not so much. Over in Japan and Korea, pretty much. We're going to get into it. We're going to talk about why is all the development not here in the US and taking place over there in Japan, Korea, and other parts of the world. Oh, wait, maybe it has something to do with the lame duck administration that's currently in getting ready and kind of, they're tilling the soil for the next president coming in January of 2025. That will be elected this coming November. And you know him. He's a great guy. He wants to make America great again. Maybe it's just going to start with crypto. We'll see.
We'll take it
this thing off. We'll take it any way we can get it.
Let's go.
Welcome to On the Chain.
Welcome, everybody, to On the Chain. Drop where you are coming in from. Where are you coming in from? Alex YETIS here. Yeet. Power. Pete. Yeet, yeet, yeet. Rob. McDermott is in the house. Look at that. Let's go.
Badass Yeti.
And of course, we got geopolitical stuff for you guys, too. But we're going to get to some news here. Look at this. So Gearen Labs receives funding from the XRP Ledger Japan and Korea Fund. This is that brand new fund that they put up. And Emmy Yakashawa, she put up this. She's the, what is she? She's someone at Ripple. What does she do there again? She's Web3 crypto.
Strategic initiatives.
Is that like another advocate? Like if I was there, I would just be like an advocate or like an evangelist. Is that what that is? Strategic initiatives, or she sets up?
Maybe.
So she's thrilled to welcome Gearen Labs, a Korea-based Web3 company, as its first recipient of the XRP Ledger Japan and Korea Fund. Gearen team's building an XRPL-focused non-custodial wallet with user-friendly UX UI.
I love it.
Like social login.
Social login.
A DeFi protocol on the Root network. This is cool. Wow. This is cool stuff, man. And there they are, too. I thought their logo was really cool, too. Like, you don't see too many crypto companies. Like, that's a badass logo. And then they like the way they...
The name is kick-ass. Gearen. Gearen Labs. Kick-ass logo. Kick-ass graphic.
And only 298 followers. That's
kick-ass wallet.
Let me go ahead and put that in there for some folks to follow. Guys, go give them a follow.
Go give them a follow. Come on. It's Gearen Labs, guys.
298. They're only following one. So this is it right here. So here's a summary of the announcement. Let's go here. Secured the first funding from the XRPL, which is part of Ripple's 1 billion XRP commitment. I hope it's better than their last commitment to the 1 billion of the US fund that they've only deployed 15 to 20% of in 3 years. So I hope it's going more swimmingly better than that. And for developers, entrepreneurs, and building on the XRPL, with the funding, Gearen Labs will accelerate the development of Gearen Wallet, which is an XRPL-focused Web3 wallet for supporting social login. This would be interesting. We'll log in with your Twitter, I guess. Lotus protocol, the first lending and liquid staking token, LS protocol on the Root network. And then Gearen Labs focuses on building user-friendly infrastructure and DeFi systems with the Ledger and the Root network ecosystem, which is cool. And of course, when we were in Australia, of course, we got to hang out a little bit with Aaron McDonald and the team there, which is the putting together the Root network, which is phenomenal. Right. Awesome time. So
hey, let's see that logo real quick. Scroll up real quick.
Boom. End of thread. I like the graphic for the end of thread. No additional links will be posted below. Wait, where are the additional links? Where are the additional links? Where are the additional links? Oh, hang on. Oh, hold up. Wait up. Here it is right there. There's no additional links. There you go.
And official end of thread. It looks like a what is that? Like a ramp or an ibex? What kind of animal does that look like?
I don't know what that is. I don't know what a Gearen is. What is that? What is that?
Kind of have the eyes. It's some sort of it's got to be some mystical creature or a deer.
May refer to.
It can't be a deer. It's like an ibex.
What is the meaning? What is the meaning, please?
That's not it.
There's all kinds of what is gear? What? Yeah.
What is a Gearen?
Kind of animal is a Gearen.
Probably have to translate it from Japanese.
It's a legendary hooved chimerical creature that appears in Chinese mythology.
There we go. Let's see if there's a picture of one.
Here's one in Korea.
Yes.
Let's see.
It was a mythical. There it is.
Yeah, so that kind of looks like it. Yeah, there
I
you
know
go.
it's a mythical. Oh,
It's probably not mythical. Probably is an extinct creature. Probably wasn't mythical at the time before it went as extinct.
It's
You look how
mythical now.
old this fucker is. Yeah, it's kind of a weird looking head. It looks almost like a mouse. Got a big ears and a.
Yeah.
So they got any other pictures of it? That's a giraffe.
horns.
Okay.
The Gearen was
What
a.
it is, the Gearen?
There
Gearen
it
is
is. Right.
unicorns.
Yeah. See that?
The do is
That's
let's
all
see if we
sorts.
can just find kind of images. There you go. It's a whole bunch.
See if there's a real one.
I guess it's more like something like this. Yeah, it's almost like a unicorn
That's
looking
cool. That's kick-ass.
a
Look at
horse
that.
with horns or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Whatever they did, it's cool. It's a mythical name, mythical creature. Weird stuff.
Waza said it looks like a pair of undies.
Okay, that's a stretch, but there you go.
Said it might be a jockstrap, but
Jockstrap looks more like a jockstrap. Now, jockstrap, I
like a jockstrap. But I picked out the legendary mythical being creature.
It's a mythical. It's a mythical creature. It's a crazy ass creature. Yeah, but I think that's good. It's good to see that somebody got the funding and they're doing some good stuff, man. We could use a new wallet. We could definitely use this. So this is kind of an off-relevant, Jeff.
It's good. You know, it's not just it's good news and it's uplifting news. It's motivational news that they're building somewhere. Might not be here.
It's not here.
And
then of course, you know, Jeff,
not here.
all the
not
crypto
here in the
bros,
US, that's for sure.
and I see Waza whacking the moles too, but you got to see. So there's the crypto bros are, but you don't understand. Kamala Harris, she's going to be pro crypto. She's holding an event. Well, with Web3 people that I've never heard of before. She's holding an event with Web3 people. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
So, and
We'll
she's going to pivot. I'm like, do you understand this is a machine? It's a party. She's a puppet. The puppet, you open up the mouth, you go, pop, 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 okay. She was selected, not elected. 14 million people voted for Biden. 0 people voted. 0 of those 14 million people voted for her. And I keep saying, Jeff, when the internal polls come out, not this mockery, fake stuff. She's up by 10 points, 12 points. She's dumber than a box of rocks. Let's face it. Okay. She's not the sharpest tool in the shed. When she opens her mouth, when you get the policies, she's maybe even more to the left than Biden, which is kind of hard to stomach, but yeah, it might be true. We have this right here. We've got the Coin Telegraph. The SEC has retracted its request for the court to classify tokens like Solana, Cardano, Polygon as securities in a lawsuit against Binance. Remember, they broke that like these are all securities. And Brad Garlinghouse said something interesting. He's like, more evidence of SEC hypocrisy. Now, Chair Gensler testifies the rules are clear, yet his own SEC can't figure them out and applies them in haphazardly, festering more industry confusion. So a political agenda that's either and or bad faith litigation tactics, definitely not a faithful allegiance to the law. It's like, what are they doing, Jeff? Like, what's going on over the SEC?
Well, first of all, you know, we already have known for what is it now? We're going on 3-4 years. We knew about their hypocrisy 3-4 years ago. We knew the direction that they want to take this thing. We know what Gary Gensler is all about. You know, I mean, it's good that Brad Garlinghouse keeps highlighting them. And we had that discussion the other day. You know, where does Brad Garlinghouse, just from all the details that we've seen, where does he fall on the actual spectrum, political spectrum? And we're putting him potentially over to the right as a MAGA Trump supporter, but yet he still comes out and like this whole thing you were mentioning, like with Harris, it's like maybe she'll come out and support crypto, and then you have all the the mimickers that show up on YouTube and they talk about how she's going to become a big supporter. She's going to be a big supporter of crypto. We got to hold our breath. And, but it's kind of crazy because what are we going to expect from the SEC? What do we expect from this entire administration? Whole bunch of unelected bureaucrats that are seeking to destabilize this country in every way, shape possible. So all sorts of confusion and discontent. And that is a perfect descriptive of Gary Gensler. So they want this. They want the confusion. They want us to lose. Instead of what the Democrat Party is really good at is creating problems and then inventing solutions to solve their problems. But the other thing they're really good at is instead of trying to raise the bar, so let's say we're
Yeah.
up here and we want all the countries to join us up here to raise the bar. But for them, instead of raising the bar, they bring the bar lower to create this fictitious leveled playing field. I'd rather have a leveled playing field, which is up here, and we raise the bar,
I love it.
create a
Yeah.
good trade impact, let everybody, operate at the highest level possible. But the Democrats want us to operate at the lowest common denominator, which is why they want to destabilize our innovation. They talk about helping, they talk about handouts, they talk about universal basic income, they talk about, which is communism. They talk about all these different things, but they don't talk about trying to empower people to do for themselves, which is such a, I mean, the whole thing, all these little, tidbits of information that we talk about and we see everyone commenting on. It's just a mechanism, to confuse, but also to distract because they would like you to focus on it. But that's why we opened up this whole segment, Chip, on Japan and Korea, crushing it over there, getting part of the fund, building in the space, building Web3, leading the space for Web3. Korea's crushing it. There's all sorts of development going on over there. There's clarity of space. Japan is embracing crypto. President Trump, when he comes in, what does he talk about moving forward 2025? You know what? He's going to be the crypto president. But more than that, he wants to make the United States the crypto capital, not of the planet, or not, he wants to make it of the entire world, not just of certain regional
That is the planet, Jeff.
hemisphere. Right. Well, I kind of gave that part away, but
Yeah.
we don't want to just be competitive. Like we want to be the leader between here and, but man, we talk about it on such a high level. We want it to be the planet. We want the whole world. We got to be the leaders in this space. We got to lead the space as we have in so many other industries. Not to say there isn't room for others, but come on. These guys on the other side don't even want us to have a leadership position. They create a power vacuum. Just as we were starting, I was reading about this thing, the Venezuelan gangs in Colorado and Albuquerque, over in New Mexico and other places. They want to start beating up and attacking police.
Yeah,
they're
good.
gangs
Go
from
ahead.
Venezuela.
I think it's great. Listen, it's going to be fantastic. It just highlights I mean, it's not fantastic, but if it's going to happen, I mean, gosh, I mean, who's in charge of that? Unfortunately, it's going to put a giant spotlight
Clean up on aisle 3
on the moron. So
what if we gave them their own country? How great would that be? Let's just put them together. Where's there like some empty land where we could send them, the Democrats? I mean,
there's no empty land. It's called Antarctica. That's where we should send them. Quite honestly,
maybe there's somewhere that wants them, that will accept them.
nobody wants.
But
Jeff, this is like
San Andreas fault, and we could somehow
this is
activate that and separate California off the mainland.
Well, who wants the refugees from the Gaza Strip? Nope. Every one of the countries over there. Jordan, don't want them. Egypt, and why? They said they're rabble rousers. They're like, no, we don't need that. We have a very good society here. We don't need people. We don't need an upset and balance. Of chaotic stuff, and they don't. So there's nowhere that. I mean, there's really nowhere they can go. I don't know that. My buddy's always about secession. He's like, it's only about secession. I'm like, well, we already saw how that worked, right? You got Florida and you have Texas. And what did we get? We had secession, all right? We had people fleeing liberal, crappy policies, high crime, lots of influx of immigrants taking up, social, basically boxing people out, high taxes. And we saw all those people from California and New York move to Florida and Texas to then bring their stupid liberal voting block down there. Well, we didn't like it over there. That wasn't really working. But instead of waking up, instead of somebody taking the edge or just taking a shovel and smacking them in the head and like, oh, geez, I guess maybe I shouldn't vote for that stuff anymore. No, they'll continue to vote for themselves and they'll like to complain about it and then they'll vote for more of it. This is how ridiculously dumb they are.
That's what they want to hear. Sean is saying, can't we do a flip the switch of the entire government and just start over? We kind of need that. Trump comes in, he's going to have to clean house. He's going to have to wipe it clean. Get rid of every unelected bureaucrat. Just get rid of them. We don't need them. You know what? Elon Musk proved that he can run Twitter with 20% of the employees that they had.
Remember
I
they
think
said it was going to collapse and it was going to go. It was going to. Listen,
we
don't
can
bet
run
against.
the government. We can run the government with 20% of the
You know what I
employees.
learned about from Elon Musk? Don't bet against the guy when he tells you he's going to land a rocket and they're going to reuse it. They're like, it's never going to happen. They're like, we are robots. We are robots. That's never going to happen until it did. And they still want to bet against the guy. And now they're upset with Twitter because it's free speech. And that one video that we played here where it's obviously, I mean, I would hope to think that it's obviously a parody video. The production value is high, right? Because they're using an AI voice and they're using all this imagery and they have like the cadence of, Kamala Harris saying it, and they're just angry on the left. They've been doing this for years, but they're just angry. So angry, the governor Newsom over there in California has now he's going to make it illegal to have these types of videos. So this is what they do on the left is they cancel the things. They can't get ahead. They can't have an argument. I just got canceled by a leftist over there on Twitter. One of the few people that I've actually met in person a couple of times, never talked politics, but didn't like what I was saying, thought I was stupid and dumb. And this is what it comes to, that name calling. You're dumb, you're stupid, you don't know any better, you're pathetic, you're ridiculous. Okay, let's talk about the ideas. They never engage. Something Rush Limbaugh, the great Rush Limbaugh, said a long time ago is that liberals never engage in ideas. It's always distraction. It's always this and that. Because if you have to engage them on ideas, they don't really have any. You ever see any fresh new ideas about Kamala Harris when she gets up there?
No.
Zero. So everyone's excited. They're like, look at MAGA crowd. Look at how they filled this place up. And look at how crazy this is in Atlanta. Well, when she was appearing in Pennsylvania, she couldn't draw 300 people. But if you bring in Megan Thee Stallion, okay, they bring up Megan Thee Stallion has an audience. Everybody gets to see. Now, here's the weird thing: is Megan Thee Stallion performed like twice as long as Kamala spoke? What does that tell you? So, of course, you got the crowd there and everything else. But when she had to just appear by herself, nothing, Jeff. That's insane.
But I think this is the perfect response to, stupid commentary of Gavin Newsom. Manipulating a voice in an ad like this one should be illegal. I'll be signing a bill in a matter of weeks to make sure it is. Elon Musk said, I checked with renowned world authority, Professor Sug on these nuts, and he said parody is legal in America.
Talk
about a response. You got.
I'm telling you, man. I honestly, I think
the best response.
I think I'm just loving this dude more and more every day. It's like it just can't. He makes me laugh,
Not only that, but he pulled everything. So up here, Bo Snurley saying the proper response.
To a fight?
What's that?
He challenged Maduro to a fight. He goes, and you name the place, bud, any place, I'll take you on. We'll get in the ring and I'll fight you.
Maduro.
Of course he's going to cancel. This is just too much. Look at this comment.
News from Elon Musk. You bent the knee. That was his response to Musk announcing that he's moving SpaceX out of California. Now I live in California, and the ego and arrogance combined with his incompetence as governor have destroyed our beautiful state. Because you know what? The state's done. Everybody's fleeing. Everyone's taking their businesses out of that country.
They're losing tax base.
Out of that state.
Jim D says, worst case nightmare. Kamala Harris appoints Michelle Obama as the VP and Democrats hold the U.S. Listen, dude, nothing can save the Democrats at this point. The border stuff, everything that's going on, nothing can save them. They're done. Put a fork in them. They're done. They're toast. Okay. None of this stuff. These fake polls and everything. Oh, I really don't think Kamala is going to be the candidate. When they see the internal polls, the real polls, because they floated into other internal polls, she's getting destroyed, even worse than Biden. But she's up, and somebody was going back and forth with me over there on X, and I put up the famous graphic for the New York Times. It said Hillary's chances of winning are 91%, and Trump's chances are 7%. You can create these fake polls. What it does is it creates people like, oh, great, we're not going to win, so don't go vote, right? It disenfranchises people that they're not going to get out there and actually vote. I don't know about that. If I believe that so much, Jim says the DS, career government workers cannot be fired, only reassigned to duty.
True.
they can be fired, and they will be fired, and you need to reduce it. So
Well,
now
they-
Reagan, someone was
They
saying
can
today,
be, but
Reagan,
most of them right now they can't be. It's
Or you can
extremely
change that.
It's like trying to get rid of a teacher. You can't
can
get rid of
change
a teacher.
You can change
Once,
it. And
well, it can definitely be changed,
Reagan
but
came
as
in
it
and
stands right now,
he was like, the government's too big. We got to make it small. In his first term, he cut stuff. By the time he left office, bigger than when he started. So, like, a lot of times you have all these good, ideas of how you want to do it, but you're fighting against a machine, Jeff, and it's going to
yep,
be
exactly.
it's a lot tougher to make stuff go down and happen.
Yep.
We're ready for some videos.
Video time. Aussie crypto saying
Video.
that Dementiacrats will FUD the shit out of crypto to drive down the price. Then they'll mention something about crypto. He'll pump, and then the people will see that they're adopting it. They are pretty corrupted like that.
They're just the problem is like, it's like that I always say is like, never interrupt your enemy when they're in the process of destroying themselves. You sit back, you get
definitely doing
popcorn,
that.
and you just watch them. You just like, hey, go ahead. You guys are doing a fantastic job, better than anybody can do. Check out this guy, Jeff. This guy has some ideas about Democrats and Republicans.
It's literally this simple, and I'm gonna say this shit one time and one time only, because it's no longer just Republican and Democrat. It's no longer just Republicans or racist ass white people and da 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 da. And it's no longer Democrats are progressive and for the people. No, that shit is out, bro. After COVID, that shit is over. After the last 4 years, that shit is over. I don't know about y'all, but I ain't fucking with this inflation no more. It's out, bro. So it's literally this simple. You're either a Republican and you're for America. You're for Christianity. You're for progressing this country. You're for the police. You're for all that stuff that matters in a functioning fucking society. Or you're the party of fucking pronouns and rainbow flags. I said what I said, but it is what it is. It's literally a line right here. And you're either for the stuff that went on at the Olympics, which is over here, the party of pronouns and rainbow flags, or you're over here, which is a party for America, bro. Pick a side. Choose up.
And
Spot on, dude. It's that simple. It is that simple. It's exactly what it is. You want do you want pronouns, more pronouns, and more rainbow flags, or do you want to make America great again? You want normalcy? Do you want jobs, low interest rates? It's so clear. And then just to prove even further how corrupted mainstream. Now there's a whole bunch of commentary after this, but mainstream media is trying to destroy Vance. They're coming up with all sorts of stuff. He said one time he mentioned that the Democrat leadership was made up of single cat women or whatever, something like that, cat ladies. And to the point, but he was kind of joking around on one of the talk shows. Now their entire narrative, from politician to media, they're trying to destroy him. How are they trying to destroy him? By calling him weird. This guy he's in a great marriage. The guy's brilliant. The guy is an amazing writer. He had a feature film that had top-notch actors in it. I mean, this guy has a crazy background that he grew up in, overcame that. Now he's a sitting senator. The guy's super, super accomplished. And these jackass, moronic media types that don't have a brain in their head, because all they do is read teleprompters all day to tell them exactly what to say and how to think, right down to the politician. They think they're so cool by coming up with this whole thing, but they're so structured and so obvious with what they've done.
The 3 a.m. drop talking points, you mean?
What's that? Yeah, the talking points. And right from this, look at
Is it
this.
skipping for you? Skipping for me. The video is not clear.
Oh, because I keep stopping it. Here, hang on.
Some of what he and his running mate are saying.
It's
Can you hear it?
It's delayed though, Jeff. Like she's.
These guys are just weird. That's where they are. As weird and creepy.
No, it's frozen, dude.
Super weird.
Does anyone else see it frozen? Or
you guys see it frozen, or is it just me? Because every time you play a video, I see frozen. It's like slow. It's like slow motion, like where the words aren't catching up to it.
I don't even see anybody commenting.
Well, because we're about 20, 30 minutes behind here.
Frozen. Well, now it's frozen because I froze it. I stopped it.
Or yeah, but it was all like it was.
Oh, see if you can pull it up.
It's bit mapping. It's like me see if I can. Let me do it. See if this is any better. Let's see.
Frozen.
Where is that one, Jeff? Do we have that one?
Yeah,
Here,
it's in there.
I got it here. Let's see if this works. Tell me if you see it. Okay, Jeff. Hang on.
What he and his running mate are saying, let's just claim.
Yep.
You see it? Okay.
Yeah, it's good.
Okay.
That's weird. I wonder why it's frozen over here.
Did you say that's weird?
That's weird.
That's weird.
I've been brainwashed.
This is so funny. I mean, this is what. This is so
bizarre.
bad. It's so bad. You think like, is this a movie? No, this is reality. And everyone,
This is real.
Like, the emperor has no clothes. It's like my gosh, those are fine clothes. 3 a.m. The talking points come out. The new word you're going to use to describe what's happening with
weird.
and President Trump is weird. And they're like, that's it. Yeah, run with it. Run with it. And this is what it sounded like.
Some of what he and his running mate are saying, let's just claim weird.
These guys are just weird. That's who they are. As weird and creepy as JD Vance. Super weird idea from JD Vance.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, it's quite weird. They're just plain weird.
Just plain weird.
Just plain weird.
That stuff is weird. They come across weird and then they start being weird. Yeah, they're weird.
Being a really weird.
He's such a weirdo.
Donald Trump and his weirdo running mate, they're weird. Deeply and profoundly weird.
They are weird. These Republicans just being weird. It's just weird. It's really weird.
Republican weirdness goes even deeper.
He said a lot of things that are weird, a weird style that he brings, weird policies. Let's start with the weird thing, because it is a thing.
Just plain weird.
What was weird was talking about Diet Mountain Dew. Who drinks Diet Mountain Dew?
You ever seen the guy laugh? That seems very weird to me that an adult can go through 6.5 years of being in the public eye. If he has laughed, it's at someone, not with someone. That is weird behavior.
Weird and cultish.
These are weird people on the other side.
He kind of doubled down on his weird ideas.
I think weird is probably generous.
Simply weird. These guys are just plain weird.
Vance as weird?
You know, as the campaign said, weird.
It really is just plain weird.
JD Vance, plain weird.
No, I mean, I don't know how else you could read it.
Weird. It is kind of weird.
We're not afraid of weird people.
The other side, they're just weird.
Why are you being so weird?
Vance has done something more extreme, more weird.
No matter what kind of weird stuff they keep saying.
Trump and Vance are just weird, in addition to being dangerous to democracy.
That's the weird part that's the most engaging. Whom he addressed as my beautiful.
Remember that clown?
Oh yeah,
Michael Steele, who actually ran the GOP, pretended he was a Republican. What a clown.
Christians, which was super weird.
Weird tech bro, JD Vance.
He's a weird guy. JD Vance, uneasy and sort of weird.
Frankly, for lack of a better word, that he's weird.
Sarcastic remarks that aren't even funny, and he kind of shows that he can't really deliver a one-liner.
So, Sam, weird is the word here in terms of initial impressions from Vance to the American public.
Come on, Jeff. This is
dude. It's so awkward, cringy, and bizarre. And they're weird. What's that? What that's not weird. You know what they did to the Paris Olympics, the fact that nobody wants to watch the Olympics anymore because their weirdness and their awkwardness, and they put men in dresses running around and the dances and how they mock Christianity. That's not weird. That's not bizarre. That's what the Democrats embrace. All that chaos and craziness that we witnessed out of Paris. That is weird. They're calling a normal guy that's married and has a hyper successful career, created an amazing business, is now a candidate for vice president. And they come up with a narrative of he's weird, and all of them embrace complete and utter insanity, letting criminals go, letting the country burn down, letting 22 million illegal immigrants, illegals into this country to invade our country. That's weird. That's bizarre. And then how about the white men for Harris and the white women for Harris? Talk about race. They're stoking more racial division. So the Democrats are racist. I can't even, they're just everything on the book. The Democrats, they're creating division, but they're bizarre. I mean, they're just awkward.
All right, that's the new word, bizarre, for that. But Jeff,
bizarre. They're bizarre.
I don't understand. It's like, why is there always like a bucket to put them in? Why do they have to define you by sex? They have to define you, by gender. There are 57 different varieties of genders. They have to define you by whether your skin color. You're white. We're the white guys for crypto, Jeff. That's our new name. Right. We're the white guys.
White guys for crypto.
It's like the dumbest thing ever. You know what? You want to know what the most shocking part about the Olympics was? Iran came out and said it was disrespectful to Christianity. I shit you not. They said it was very disrespectful. It was a clown show, and they are just mortified. So it was a horrible. Iran said this and said it was disrespectful to Catholics. I'm like, what is going on, Jeff? What kind of world are we living in where Iran comes out and says it was disrespectful to Christians, Catholics around the world? I was like, this is crazy.
Because we live in a simulator, and whoever's controlling the simulator is messing with the algorithm right now. And,
Want to see weird?
Ozzy said, "Look, how about the boxing? How about the boxing match that in the Olympics?
Yeah.
I caught a clip of it. There's a guy and he's being. I'm like, are you serious? There's a man and women. It's not. How do you have women's sports anymore? How much more bizarre can you
get? They hate
get?
women, dude. The left hates women.
They hate women.
I'm not going to put the sound up on this, but look at this.
That's just. It's not even bizarre. It's disgusting.
Now, would you ever imagine somebody like a J.D. Vance parading around like at the White House? Would you see somebody like a Trump with this nut job? Listen, man, if you have mental illness, that's cool, dude. I'm okay with freedom.
Fringe lunatic.
Any way you want to be, but let's just keep that mental illness at bay. Okay, it's just not. We don't have to be.
That's exactly it.
Look at how weird this is, Jeff.
It's so fringe and cringe.
There you go. And then look at this cuck right here. And I said C-U-C-K, cuck. Look it up.
Oh, crap.
And look. Oh, and look at this weirdo.
Another weirdo.
This guy right here is the definition of the word C-U-C-K. He really is. That's not too weird. How about this? Gee, last time I checked, that's Pete Buttigieg. And that's about they cut his face off. But none of this stuff is weird. Look at how weird this is. Remember this dude? Remember this dude? How about this green Smurfy dude? And I'm like, dude,
the Smurf.
And they told me he was a famous French singer. I'm like, dude,
they played it on Ben Shapiro. He was doing a clip of it, so I heard his song. I'm like, the guy sings like crap. Like everything they did, the whole intro of that ceremony is just garbage, just absolute garbage.
Remember they took a knee?
Any good?
George Floyd for 8 minutes.
What's that?
They took a knee for George Floyd for 8 minutes. A convict.
Yeah, as they misappropriated African culture, and they all were dressed in African garb. Like Democrats are just disgusting. You know, the things that they do, they're racist, they're anti-Semitic, they're dehumanizing. You know, they support, the pedophileness, whatever. You know, it's just crazy the stuff they do. It makes no sense. We're in such a bizarre, awkward world right now. I just don't. How do you embrace this? It's so cringe and it's just craziness.
Married, 2 kids.
Makes no sense.
And then nut job. Yeah, he's weird, right? JD Vance is just weird. He's just weird. Look at this one, Jeff. Look at this one.
I just don't get it.
He's weird.
I don't get it.
He's just weird. That's all. Look at this right here. What in the
what is it?
God
what
is
is
going
this?
on there?
What is going on?
I mean, really. So weird. JD Vance is weird.
Yeah, JD Vance is weird. JD.
Look at this here.
Well, JD Vance is weird. If that's the norm,
the White House.
Then we're all weird.
Twerking
at that's the norm.
Easter is not about the Easter bunny. It's about when Christ is risen. It's like what is up? What is up with this? This is at the White House. It's in front of the White House. Trannies. I mean, does it have to be at the White House?
Yeah.
Look at this.
Yeah.
Look at Chucky Schumer getting down with that other weird post.
Oh, God.
But don't worry, JD Vance he's so weird. JD Vance.
And this one. That one.
Dude, if I'm gonna honestly, if I'm gonna pretend to be a woman, I'm gonna put a little more effort in. That's all I'm saying, right? I'm putting some more effort into it, right? I'm gonna at least try a little harder. I mean, please, don't tell me you're a woman and dress up because what are you talking about? Holy cats, man! This guy's a woman. Okay, whatever you say there until everything's fine. Look at this, Jeff.
Okay. I can't take it anymore. That's just
don't
too
worry.
much.
This is normal, Jeff. This is don't worry. It's so weird. I'm not even going to put that one up. It's just there's all kinds of. That's not weird.
No, that's not weird.
None of this is weird. JD Vance.
JD Vance is weird.
Starter pack.
Oh my God.
Somebody put the blue Smurf dancing. Oh yeah, Jeff. What's going on? Don't worry, he's weird. You know what it is? You know what it is? He's weird. What a weirdo.
He's weird. He's a weirdo. I just threw up in my mouth.
Yeah, well, that's what happens sometimes. I'm sorry to tell you.
Rob said we all agree. Let's talk about XRP breaking the 66-cent level and the wound up Bollinger Bands. Bollinger or Bollinger?
Bollinger.
Bollinger.
Look at this. Jeff, look at this. Is what see like the one guy that was calling Trump weird said he's been around for 10 years now. We've never seen him laugh. First of all, Trump's one of the funniest guys. And if I don't know if you saw that clip where he was like looking at the monitor, he goes, "Oh my God, look at that. That's horrible. I'm sorry. That's the worst comb over I've ever seen." Like somebody that can laugh at themselves, it shows you a little bit about who they are, right? You have to be able to laugh at yourself once in a while. And he was like, "Oh my God, that's even a worse angle. That's a horrible comb over." Like, who does that? I mean, it's very rare to hear that. And here he is in a clip recreating the phone call.
See when President Obama and Michelle called, did you see? Hello? Hello? Yes. Yes. Who is this? Oh, this is Michelle and Barack. Oh. So surprised to hear. They got 4 cameras in front. Oh, I'm so surprised. It's on speakerphone.
It's up her ear.
Listen, we just want to congratulate you on destroying Joe Biden. I mean, on winning the... Hey, is Joe Biden gonna... Was that the phoniest phone call you've ever seen?
Oh, my God.
How do you think, Dan? What do you think? Dan Muser, great congressman. What do you think? Was that a phony phone call? You wouldn't do it. You wouldn't get away. In your district, you wouldn't get away.
Yeah, it was the dumbest thing ever. Oh, I'm so surprised to hear from you. Yes. It's just like they're bad actors, too. It reminds me of Elizabeth Warren when she was like, "Let's have a beer." And then she I've never seen anybody drink a beer like that. You know, "Oh, hello, honey. Thank you for stopping by."
Thank you for stopping by in the kitchen.
Oh my God, imagine your husband going in the kitchen. "Would you have a beer with me?" "Okay, I'll have a beer." Another cuck. And that was cuck with a C. Just telling you, YouTubers.
You're now selling women's bikinis in the nuts aisle.
Yeah. And then this guy, right? You guys, you know Judge Brown, you know, the TV guy. Judge Brown is like brutal. Well, listen to this.
He was everybody's favorite Hindu Indian prosecutor and attorney general and senator, and now she becomes black. But, you know, I met her daddy, fine gentleman, Professor Harris. And the problem with her being black is Professor Harris says he's Caucasian, mixed Irish and Hindu. He doesn't have any black ancestors, but his Irish ancestors owned a lot of slaves in Jamaica and had them to work on plantation. So if mama is on the birth certificate listed as a Caucasian, daddy says he's a Caucasian Hindu and has no black ancestors, how did she get to be black?
Exactly.
Like everything about her is fabricated. Everything's a lie. It's all a big ruse. It's insane. Well, actually, the mom's I think listed on there is not as Caucasian, because I did see the birth certificate earlier today, but he's listed as Caucasian.
Yep.
So, but
James
then
L.
And when she ran for Senate, she was like, they were going crazy. She was the first Indian American senator in the history of the United States until she was running for president. Then she became the first black, and then when she was first VP, it's black. Right. But you know, Obama was half white. They never called him the half white president. They just called him black president. Well, and is that kind of weird, Jeff? Is that weird to choose the part that you want to go with? It's like, oh, let's choose the black part because that's the part we're interested in. Like, well, biracial would be like probably the first biracial president, I would say. Of it's just weird. It's all weird. It's weird, Jeff.
It's weird that DNI is back. Inclusivity, so everyone feels involved and gets attention.
Everyone gets a trophy, DNI. Everyone gets a trophy.
Oh, there he is. Obama was a popular white president.
He was a popular half white president.
Yeah,
he was a way better half black president than he was a Black. I mean, it's like, why would you pick? What's the thing? Why do they have to do that? Why?
Why can't you just be the president?
Yeah, I don't understand why that has to be. Why is that, Jeff? Please tell me.
Division. So Rob is saying the sentiment is based on his observation that XRP's monthly Bollinger Bands are currently the tightest they've been. That's number one. Number two, the monthly squeeze is even tighter than in 2017, just before XRP went on to rally by over 60,000%. Can we get at least a rally of 0.6%?
Can we just break the all-time high at this point, please? Can we just get like $10?
Whatever it takes.
Give me something.
Can we just move from 60 cents to like $3.60? Just give us a $3 gain. That's it.
My goodness.
Can we break $1?
I mean, it's not a lot to ask.
Really not much, being that Bitcoin keeps playing around with 70. Ethereum plays around in the 3,500 range. Solana's crushing it at 171. The Doge. Shiba's down big by about 5%. It's red. It's so low, I can't even find Stellar. I might have passed it.
Stellar's gone.
It's gone. Where'd Stellar go?
I don't know.
They misplaced it. I think they lost it.
I don't know.
Look at it. Arweave, $29. Oh,
I'm surprised. I'm shocked at Arweave. We had to buy it because we needed it for the to put on Arweave, where you store images in the blockchain.
Phantom. Yeah, there's some Phantom token at 41 cents. Might need to get some Phantom. Some Flow.
You got some Flow?
Gonna get a little Flow. Some KuCoin. A little bit of BitTorrent. Man, what did I pass XLM? What's going on here? I saw no Stellar. It's gone. They delisted it. There it is. I know I passed it. 10 cents on the Stellar. There you go. That's all we got. What do you think of that, Chip? What's next?
Well, I'll tell you what, plenty is next here, but I want to put this comment up here. James L says, love the show. Can't watch too often, but I always catch the replay. Can't watch it live too often. Thanks for the common sense. I don't know what's wrong with these people that can't see behind Wag the dog nonsense. Well, I'm going to think mental illness plays a part there somewhere, but it's just a lot of dogma. It's a lot of weird stuff. Let's go take a look at, why don't we take a look at this here? Let's check out this video, because I've never seen more videos showing up in my feed that are just, hang on, here we go. Look at this right here. So this is somebody who is accused. Look at the first, I'm going to play the, so you see right here, she says, she's answering a question, but don't his, meaning Trump supporters, want people like you, right? So people like you, listen to the way that they talk. Don't they want people like you deported? And listen what she says.
Don't his supporters want people like you deported? Who are people like me? A minority? So do you just assume that every minority is here illegally or not an American citizen? I'm actually born in Denver. So are you referring to the fact that they want to deport me back to Denver? Or are you talking to my parents? Because my parents did migrate here legally during the Vietnam War, but they became citizens over 20 years ago. So I don't know who you're talking about when you say people like you. See, that's the problem behind liberals. If you let them talk long enough, they'll reveal to you everything that they claim Donald Trump is. And the fact of the matter is, when you guys constantly talking about how Donald Trump wants to deport all these immigrants, he is trying to deport people that are here illegally. You guys all claim you're all about law and order, and that's why you're going to support Kamala Harris, because she was a DA prosecutor and supposedly Donald Trump is a felon, but yet you're okay with illegal immigrants coming in unlawfully. And when Donald says he's going to fix it and make it a lawful country, you're getting upset, and then you're coming in and accusing and assuming because I'm a minority, I must be here illegally. So you must think that about all minorities and people of color, right?
Mic drop.
Damn.
Exactly what they think.
That's exactly what they think. And like they're the most tolerant and intolerant people. You know, what's funny is that somebody put this video out. They put a Kamala Harris shirt on. And they went into a Trump rally. And they said, I'm here supporting my guy. And people were like laughing at him, like, laughing and joking around with them and goofing.
Yeah.
And then he went out and put a Trump and went to where the left was, and they were F you, get out of here, threatening him and about to kill him and hit him. And he's like, this is the tolerant left you always hear about. They're not. They just want control. They want a government to tell them what to do, when to do it, and how to think about it. They have zero critical thinking skills. And then they're going around saying, that's weird. That's weird. Everything is weird. I mean, imagine that's your comeback. Nothing on policy, nothing he's ever done in his life, nothing the fact that you know, that he wrote a best-selling book that became a movie. None of that stuff based on his life growing up dirt poor. No, none of that. He's just weird, Jeff. He's got some weird ideas. And he really landed that punch when he said the crazy cat ladies, the childless cat ladies. He was talking about that. He wasn't talking about kids. And they're like, you can put people that can't have kids. No, that's not what he was doing.
Yeah, it was just
kids by
Democrats
choice.
and leadership.
And they have cats. That's what they have instead. And they show the pictures, and they put tons of cats up on Facebook or wherever they, you know, post stuff, and they're just childless cat ladies. That's all. I mean, they got so mad about that. We're all bullish and XRP, but that's just weird. I think that is
weird.
I think that is a little
Really
bit weird.
weird.
Honest with
It's
you on that.
pretty weird. It's too much
That is
weird
a little
stuff.
on the weird side. Do you think that's weird? I think it's a little bit. Let's see. So what else do we have? Let's play this message by Vivek, who was at the RNC. This is a good message.
Oh, yeah.
You have a chance to see this. But
Those of you watching this at home tonight, I'd like to deliver a message that the media doesn't want you to hear from the Republican Party. Our message to Black Americans is this. The media has tried to convince you for decades that Republicans don't care about your communities, but we do. We want for you what we want for every American: safe neighborhoods, clean streets, good jobs, a better life for your children, and a justice system that treats everyone equally, regardless of your skin color and regardless of your political beliefs.
All those cowboy hats.
Our message to every legal immigrant in this country is this: you're like my parents. You deserve the opportunity to secure a better life for your children in America. But our message to illegal immigrants is also this: we will return you to your country of origin, not because you're all bad people, but because you broke the law. And the United States of America was founded on the rule of law.
Make America safe once again.
Our message to millennials, speaking as one myself: yes, it's true. Our government sold us a false bill of goods with the Iraq War and the 2008 financial crisis, loading up our national debt that falls on our generation's shoulders, telling us that if we took out college loans, we'd somehow get a head start on the American dream, when it hasn't worked out that way. But we can't just be cynical about our country, because the United States of America is still the last best hope that we have, and we deserve a better class of politician, one who actually tells us the truth, even if it comes with some mean tweets from time to time. And our message to Gen Z is this: you're going to be the generation that actually saves this country. You want to be a rebel? You want to be a hippie? You want to stick it to the man? Show up on your college campus and try calling yourself a conservative. Say you want to get married, have kids, teach them to believe in God and pledge allegiance to their country. Because you know what? Fear has been infectious in this country, but courage can be contagious too. That too is what it means to be an American.
Damn. Nice. That was good, Jeff. Did you like that?
I love it. Jay said, "What's wrong with the cowboy hat?" Nothing. There's a whole bunch of them.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with the cowboy hats. We just pointed it out. It's probably Texas. They love the cowboy hats there.
Yes.
They love the cowboy hats.
2008 financial crisis was direct result of Bill Clinton's Community Reinvestment Act.
Yes, of course.
Social reengineering. It actually started even before Clinton. Started under that one guy that was the worst president before Biden.
Peanut farmer.
The peanut farmer.
Yeah, that guy.
He actually started that agenda with the whole
but Clinton
reinvestment.
It's like, don't worry, you can't pay it back. Don't worry about that. I mean, we don't have sound policy based on a set of agreements. Like if you agree, I don't care if you got, a degree in cat mannerisms and you got a 4-year degree in it, congratulations, but we're not paying for it. Why should we have to pay for it? Because you can't find a job working in cat psychology. I don't know. I'm just making it up, but it's like, why do we have to deal with this? Yeah. This was a good clip. Joe Rogan put this clip.
Why is Jay so hyper focused on the cowboy hats? I was commenting on look at all the cowboy hats. I didn't say look at all the bad cowboy hats. I said just look at all the cowboy hats.
Oh, that was a bad thing.
Very cool. Not a bad thing.
Their Dems are running on tax hikes that alone ruin GHW's second term. Yeah. Read my lips. No new taxes, except for one. Oh, sorry. Don't read my lips anymore. Yeah. Be careful with that. Look at Joe Rogan bringing it.
It all bothers me, the fragility of the human mind. So everybody forever was like, Kamala Harris is the worst vice president. She's the least popular vice president of all time. And then in a moment in time, all of a sudden she's our solution. She's our hero. Everybody's with her. All these social media posts about her. Maybe. Try Googling a negative story on her. You won't find one.
So,
ta-da!
Okay, you've got me started, Officer Harris. So, they've been doing this live for years. So, in 2019, our pal Tulsi absolutely nuked her in that second debate. And if you looked at charts at the time, she's kind of, Officer Harris is like doing okay. First debate, she comes out, Joe Biden, you're a racist. The Democrats were looking for an alternative to Bernie Sanders that wasn't Biden. She starts going up in the polls, right? Second debate comes out. Tulsi, being a good Hawaiian, knows how to roast the pig. Just completely slams her. Not only that, she has no counterpunch. She goes on Anderson Cooper and she's like, well, I'm a top-tier candidate, so of course people are going to take shots at me. That's her answer. She immediately starts going down in the polls. It's that day. You can see it on the chart I have on my Twitter. All the articles at the time that did an autopsy on Kamala Harris's failed campaign didn't mention Tulsi once.
Yeah.
It was BBC, LA Times, Reuters, New Yorker. A guy from the Washington Post just did a piece looking back on her campaign, didn't mention Tulsi either. They completely pretend it didn't happen.
Well, it just shows you that what they're looking for is not what they say they're looking for.
Yes.
Because she is a strong woman. She is a person who served overseas twice. She in a medical unit. So she got to see people blown up by the war. She was a congresswoman for 8 years.
Yeah.
She is a person of color. She's everything you want. All those things you want.
But
and yet you don't want her.
Because she's not for war.
Yes. Well, she's also just not willing to play ball. There's a game that's being played. And if you're like, hey, you're not supposed to fucking move the ball. Like, oh, look at this bitch over here. Like, get out of here. You're going to fuck up our game. It's not real democracy. It's controlled parties.
Right. Exactly.
Which is exactly why
through Maduro-style democracy.
Right. That's why I keep putting pictures up on X. Democracy. That's what democracy looks like. That's what real democracy. Mob rule. I'm making the rules. Tough luck. That's what that's what they're worried about Trump disrupting. Which they're right. That's not what we want. We want to preserve the republic. So I just love these videos of Joe. I got to tell you, the guy. I remember watching him as a comedian. I remember watching him on.
What was that? Fear Factor.
Fear Factor, yeah,
that was awesome.
Yeah, Fear Factor was a good show back in the day when he had hair, and it was just, and he was a good, funny comedian. Then the MMA stuff, and then now you saw him as like one of the most acclaimed podcasters. I think he just got unseated recently by Tucker.
Did he?
But yeah,
man,
just recently. I wanted to play this one, Jeff. I don't know if I knew there were a lot of parallels between Kennedy and Lincoln, but I never realized there were this many. Like, I've seen some of them, but I've never seen this many. But these are like some strange coincidences between President Kennedy and President Lincoln.
See if your history teacher can explain this. Abraham Lincoln was elected to Congress in 1846. John F. Kennedy was elected to Congress in 1946. Abraham Lincoln was elected president in 1860. John F. Kennedy was elected president in 1960. Both were particularly concerned with civil rights. Both wives lost a child while living in the White House. Both presidents were shot on a Friday. Both presidents were shot in the head. Now it gets really weird. Lincoln's secretary was named Kennedy. Kennedy's secretary was named Lincoln. Both were assassinated by Southerners. Both were succeeded by Southerners named Johnson. Andrew Johnson, who succeeded Lincoln, was born in 1808. Lyndon Johnson, who succeeded Kennedy, was born in 1908. John Wilkes Booth, who assassinated Lincoln, was born in 1839. Lee Harvey Oswald, who assassinated Kennedy, was born in 1939. Both assassins were known by their 3 names.
How wild is that, Jeff?
Very strange. Why we're living in a simulation.
It's not a simulation. It's the Matrix. Everyone's like, "Oh, that Matrix movie is so weird."
Strange.
It's so there's no way. I'm like, well, kind of living it right now. I mean, it seems to be red pill or the blue pill, right, Jeff? Which one do you want to take?
Bizarre.
That's where the whole red pill thing came from. Red pill, blue
Jay,
pill.
so you guys are for Harris.
For Harris. Oh yeah, you can't tell. And the one thing I think we should do,
that's exactly right.
The one thing, Jeff, as we get out of here, play us out. Jacob's Ladder. I haven't seen
Wave
Jacob
of Innovation.
So
Wave of Innovation.
Trump.
2024.
We got to play this clip on the way out because it never gets old. I don't even know how it is. From the 90s, probably the mid 90s.
We got to play the Wave of Innovation first.
We can't play that because it's too long. We'll play that on Saturday. It's yeah, it's 12 minutes.
12 minutes.
Yeah, we'll play that on Saturday. I think one of the highlights of Saturday's show. We'll play that. We'll play the. It'll be much better play. We don't have enough time to fit it in, but we'll play that.
Oh, we got 2 minutes right here.
Yeah, so we're gonna go play this because this never gets old and it's always funny. And
that's right.
Here's Bill O'Reilly back in the day.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. That is it.
I said this is the best.
Back from inside. It just started making the rounds again. I started seeing it everywhere, and then like 2 years ago by, I think you see it again.
I love this.
Happens when you get a little bit pissed. It never gets old. This one and the Casey Kasem one is the other one about the dog. Do you know that one, Jeff?
No.
Tomorrow, and that is it for us today.
I love this though.
Okay, I don't know. Whatever it is, it's not right on the teleprompter. I don't know what that is. I've never seen that.
No, there it is. We are going to do Sting, yeah.
Okay, but
love this one. Damn it. That's the funny thing about that. That's exactly what it's like when you're trying to record a video. And then when you go live, you have no choice. You might screw up a little bit. You have no choice.
I screw up all the time. You know what's so funny is like what I laugh about is when we're trying back when I used to try to record a video, I would do that son of a and I would like just go on like I wish I could like just recorded all those and just could play them back into a blooper reel because you're like, okay, that was good. And you screw up, you're like, meh. You get so pissed off about it, right? And here we screw up all the time. Nobody cares. Just live. Just two guys talking. What are you gonna do? It's like for some reason it's just so much easier doing this. I gotta find
you
that.
two to do that someday, man. We gotta even now that's we'll record a video. I don't now it just kind of comes off the cuff. But it's funny. I love seeing that. Badass coffee. Get your badass Yeti's coffee. That's right. Badass. It's badass. Badass.
Coffee.
Badassery. Why can't I get the damn link? There we go.
All right, Jeff, I found it.
I can't even read the link. I can't even see the link. There's no words with the link.
Where's the words? Let's go. We'll do it live. We'll do it live. Jeff, you got to
Get
listen
your
to that.
badass Yetis coffee. Follow that link. Go get some badass Yetis coffee. Why? Because it kicks ass.
This is Casey Kasem, in case you didn't know. But
I'm gonna throw the lemon tree.
Now, we're up to our long-distance dedication. And this one is about kids and pets and a situation that we can all understand, whether we have kids or pets or neither. It's from a man in Cincinnati, Ohio. And here's what he writes. Dear Casey, this may seem to be a strange dedication request, but I'm quite sincere, and it'll mean a lot if you play it. Recently, there was a death in our family. He was a little dog named Snuggles, but he was most certainly a part of... Let's start again. From coming out of the record. Play the record, okay? Please. See, when you come out of those up-tempo goddamn numbers, man, it's impossible to make those transitions. And then you got to go into somebody dying. You know, they do this to me all the time. I don't know what the hell they do it for, but goddamn it, if we can't come out of a slow record, I don't understand it. Is Don on the phone? Okay, I want a goddamn concerted effort to come out of a record that isn't a fucking up-tempo record every time I do a goddamn death dedication. Now, make it, and I also want to know what happened to the pictures I was supposed to see this week. This is last goddamn time. I want somebody to use his fucking brain to not come out of a goddamn record that is that's up tempo, and I got to talk about a fucking dog dying. What is this fucking ponderous, man? Ponderous, fucking ponderous.
Oh yeah, nonstop music. Rick Dees, let me get that phone. All right, you got a special request?
Okay, I want a goddamn concerted effort to come out of a record that isn't a fucking up-tempo record every time I do a goddamn death dedication.
No problem. We'll play it for you. Here's the death dedication, just for you.
Yeah. All right. I don't know. It's
God.
That's one of those.
Oh my God.
God, I love Casey.
That's too funny.
Poor guy. What people don't know about him was like the original Scooby-Doo, he did Shaggy's voice. Hey, Scoob.
Hey, really? I didn't know that.
Remember the Scooby-Doo was like,
I didn't know he did that. That's funny.
Hey, Scoob. Yeah, he did Scooby-Doo's, or he did Shaggy's voice. He was the original voice of Shaggy. No one ever would have guessed it was Casey Kasem with the long distance dog dedication.
Yeah.
You come out of an up-tempo record and you got to go right into a dedication record.
Oh, man. That's great.
Well, great. No bleep, no bleepity bleeps. Nope. Yeah, too many weird. There's so much weirdness going on today. All right, we're out of here.
Holy shit! Like, let's not do that. That's a bad idea.
That's all the time we got. We will see you guys on Saturday morning.
8 a.m.
8 a.m.
Eastern time. Central time, 7 a.m.
Let's see.
8 a.m. Eastern time. That's it. That's all we got.
See you guys in the next one. Chip and Jeff out.
Are you down with OTC? Please like, subscribe, and click the bell to be notified when the next video drops.